challenges with procurement historically is it's been procurement for procurement's sake. And I think what we're now seeing is a real realization that actually it's got to be procurement for the business user's sake. The user experience, the change in user experience through Agentic AI will be massive. We're seeing in some of the relationships that we have, buying journeys dropping from 34 minutes down to under a minute. That's a massive change for the business. Obviously a huge change for procurement as well. Aside with that, you've then got the sort of streamlined capability within procurement, so procurement can do what they've always wanted to do, which is more with less. So I think Agentic AI I think is a sort of game changer in terms of really allowing procurement to take the leap that it's been trying to do for a number of years. I think one of the challenges that users have got sometimes is that they are not necessarily educated in what they need to buy and how they need to buy it. So I think the simplification of allowing people to make the right buying decision as quickly as possible within the guidelines, I think is an absolute game changer. And I think Agentic AI can drive that type of improvement. So we've had a fantastic relationship. We've known each other for a long time. I mean, I think a lot of the conversations that we are having with people, that you're having, that we're having, the second question is around the integration between the two parties, how it works, the idea of sort of ORO having Axiom out of the box and all the other partners as well. I think enterprise organizations, which is where we both focus, I think are looking for ecosystems that work and dovetail seamlessly, and I think that's what we've got. And I think there are numerous conversations that we're both having where we're sort of joined at the hip in terms of that sort of engagement. The natural integration that we have works well. I think we are working in an environment where the buyer can search in ORO. We then can punch results back into ORO so people can stay within the ORO platform. If they want to, that's the ideal. If they feel they need to go deeper, then they can come through to Axiom and do sort of wider search and selection basis. But I think the ideal is we want to try and keep people in one platform to search what they're looking for, make the buying decision and check out as quickly as possible. Probably harking back to the user experience piece. I think the first instance will be that simplification of the sort of buying experience and allowing procurement to start to take steps back to being in the business rather than procurement for procurement's sake. We're right at the forefront of it. We're hugely excited because if you think of the traditional way that people manage spend or think about spend, you have this 80-20 split between strategic and tail, what people call tail. And then you have the reverse percentage in terms of resource. So you've got 20% of your resource focused on strategic procurement, 80% of the tail, which in this day and age is in a ridiculous scenario, really. So we're currently co-creating a module that will completely automate the tail for enterprise organizations, and that will allow those organizations to release that resource to focus on more strategic activities, and more importantly, strategic activities in the business environment. So we see a really interesting game-changing solution coming. I think the agent-to-agent piece is fantastic. I mean, I think the automation generally, I think, is going to be a step change for a lot of organizations. One of our views in terms of the data side is because of effectively, what we are creating, the marketplace, the market sourcing module, etc. We're cleaning data as transactions happen, and we've got a really interesting module where effectively, if somebody is making a transaction either through the marketplace or through our market source module, we're using Agentic AI to apply master data materials to those items, and then we're punching that data back into master material modules. So in effect, we're acting as that data cleansing and cleaning process moving forward. So certainly in the catalog environment, suppliers have struggled for years with having clean data, and we're doing that with AI at the gate and then moving forward on a transaction by transaction basis. That can only improve as that then goes back into ORO and back into source to pay systems. So yeah, an absolute driver, I think, for the future.